Good morning. Day one, March 17th here at Dahlonega at the Scout Camp. 6:45 in the morning and it is still dark. Daylight savings time hits the folks of North Georgia pretty hard. Nonetheless, we're gonna gather around 8 o'clock and hop in some vehicles and head on over to Appalachian State Park, do the approach trail, and then camp just beyond the summit. So by request of one of my followers, they wanted a countdown, so I guess I could do a countdown of mile markers to the approach, just like I did a countdown of days to the start. Let's get going. And we are departing the lodge at the Scout Camp. It's 7:30 in the morning, about 28 degrees. Got to watch out for the icy steps. It's going to be a great day. All right, convoy's heading out, and we're leaving 4 minutes early. We're supposed to SP at 8, 7:56. And we're off. 14 miles to Appalachian Falls. All right, coming into Appalachian Falls. Got the loadout action going on here.
I know, we drove there yesterday.
And here we are at the visitor center. And up there is the lodge, if somebody wants to spend a lot of money. We're at the visitor center. They give us a class on LNT, leave no trace. So it's looking good.
Where you're camping. And then also in towns as well, because the hikers are also touching all the things at the hostels, hotels. I picked it up at the ATC headquarters in Harper's Ferry. So remember that. Trees being down. Yeah, so that means it's a very high fire danger as well.
And we're at the Arch. Appalachian State Falls. There's the first through hiker, Earl Schaefer, Army veteran. Hooah. At the Arch, 2,200 mile approach trail to Mount K. And we're off. 8.45 miles to Springer Mountain. I'll do the countdown. So I'll try to call out the miles to the summit. 8 miles to the summit. Base of the falls. Going up. 175 steps. Is this the Dipsy of Georgia? Dipsy, by the way, is a trail just north of San Francisco, and they've got over 700 steps. Slowly making our way up. A little bit of frazzle ice there. Still plenty of steps. Been using the rest step technique. Step, rest. Step, rest. Learned that on Mount Rainier in June. So we went from concrete to rubberized asphalt. Using tire crumb rubber as part of the asphalt mix makes it flexible. Wow, that's kind of cool. Georgia is big on recycling. They did it on the approach trail. A little bit of ice. Thank God I left my ice axe at home. So I've done a mile. Math in public, 7.5 to go. And I'm doing the rest step. Drilled into us when I did Mount Rainier in June. Rest, step. Rest, step. Rest, step. 7.25 miles to the mountain. No yellow blazing. little bit of snow. Mile 2 on the Springer Mountain Approach Trail. Just stopped to don my sunglasses, given the snow conditions and my previously unwanted experience with snow blindness. Pulled them out of my pack. 6 miles to go. Countdown to Springer. Mile 3 on the approach trail. 5 miles to Springer Mountain. Interesting, today's St. Patrick's Day, March 17th. Over 35 years ago, this guy named Patrick was the one that motivated me to join the Army. And now, here I am with Warrior Expedition as a retired Army guy. So if it weren't for Patrick, I don't think I would have gotten a couple all expense paid trips to foreign lands. Anyways, hooah. Mile 4 on the Springer Mountain Approach Trail. 4 miles to go to Springer Mountain. Mile 5 on the approach trail. We got a fire road crossing too. Key terrain feature on a map. And there's the Blue Blaze. So, you never know who you're gonna meet on the trail. Just met a hiker that lives in San Francisco. When asked, why not the PCT? The response was, the AT was the reason to come out here. Always appreciate signs. 3.5 to Springer Mountain. Follow the Blue Blazes. 3 miles to Springer Mountain. Nice thing about starting this time of year is there's no green tunnel and you get some views. Looking back on mile 6 and going up 2 miles to Springer Mountain. Time to get some water. Quick hike down. I hear it's flowing nicely. Right where that log is, on the other side is the trail, so it didn't have to come down too far. And look at that. Perfect waterfall to put my C-Knock under. Mile 7 on the Springer Mountain Approach Trail. Woo! That's a sign to the first shelter we've seen. Don't see any inhabitants and that way to water, but it's a little bit farther down to get there, so I'm glad I stopped at the other water source. A little over a mile to go. 1 mile to go to Springer Mountain. Mile 8 on the approach trail. Coming up on mile 0. Giddy up. Now we get to start. Appalachian National Scenic Trail, Springer Mountain, elevation 3782. Appalachian Trail, Georgia to Maine, a footpath for those who seek fellowship with the wilderness. The Georgia Appalachian Trail Council. And let me touch the first white blaze without falling. There you go. All right, I'm signed in. March 17th, mile marker. What a great hike up the Springer Mountain Approach Trail to the first blaze on AT. Giddy up. We are on AT, mile 0. Let's go. When I stopped at that spring about a mile back, these 2 hikers came up to me and they got some water too, and one asked, "Are you through hiking?" And I said, "No, I got a couple more hours to go." All right, off the AT, going to shelter. We are now at the Springer Mountain Shelter and Campsite. All right, go Vermont. All right, everybody has made it. Check out these awesome Big Agnes tents. There's the rest of the crew over there. So yeah, I got the bags over my clean socks. Took out the insoles, put them there. I'm not taking the Crocs, but there's my 2-part sleeping bag, Thermarest sleeping mat, Granite Gear backpack. Decent kit. Finishing up day 1 on the Appalachian Trail. We did a total of 0.2 of a mile on the White Blazes, but the approach trail from Amicalola Falls, over 8.5 miles, certainly got our attention, but we took it slow. Everybody made it up. Great day, a little breezy, a little windy, but I'll take this over 38 and rain. So, I'm gonna sign out for today. Mile Marker signing out.